So I just wanted to kind of talk about an incident that happened on Tuesday, so yesterday. Okay, so my psychiatrist sent the prescription for the Strattera over to the pharmacy on Friday, but I didn't get a chance to pick it up on Friday, so then I had to wait till Monday because the pharmacy that I go to is closed on weekends. And so I went by the pharmacy on Monday and they told me that they had to special order the medication, but that they only had one capsule in stock. So literally they gave me a bottle with just one pill on Monday and they told me to that should be enough to get me through the day and then to come back for the rest of the medication the following day, which was Tuesday. So I took that pill on Monday and then on Tuesday I went back to the pharmacy for the rest of my prescription. And okay, one of the symptoms of ADHD that those of us with inattentive ADHD often have to deal with is forgetfulness and losing important things. And I can't tell you guys how many times I have left my debit card inside a chip reader or inside the ATM machine because I just forget to pull it out when I'm done using it. And I've lost debit cards, I've lost my social security card, I've lost my birth certificate, I've lost a bunch of important, I've even lost my green card, which for those of you who don't know, I actually have my citizenship interview today in about 2 hours, and I'm a little nervous about that. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Point being that I have lost really important documents that I've had to pay a good amount of money for, and I often beat myself up over it, thinking that I should be able to focus more, I shouldn't be so forgetful, so distracted. But then I try to tell myself to remember that that is part of the ADHD. So, anyway, when I went back on Tuesday for the uh, medication, I can't remember what exactly happened afterwards because I don't drive. So I know my dad took me to the pharmacy to pick up the prescription. And then we had to go and fill up the big gallon of water. So, like, I picked up the prescription, I got in the car, and then I waited for him in the car as he bought some water. And then I remember we came home, and I know that I took the pill, but then I couldn't remember if I went straight to my office and took the pill there, or if I took it upstairs in my room or in the dining room. And point being that I took the pill on Tuesday and then completely forgot about it for the rest of the day. And then yesterday morning, so the following day, I knew I had to take my pill with my breakfast, and I couldn't remember where I had last taken my pill and where I left my bottle. So I looked for it everywhere. I cleaned my office because my office was like a complete mess, and I didn't find it. I looked for it in the car. I went upstairs, looked for it in my room. I was freaking out because I was like, shoot, I don't want to miss any doses. So then, when I had lost all hope that I would be able to find my medication, I called my psychiatrist's office, and the receptionist answered. And I explained to her what was going on. I explained to her that I lost the medication, and I thought that they would be, I don't know, a little more understanding. But I didn't speak to my provider. Like I said, I don't think she was even in the office at the time. I only spoke to the receptionist. And the receptionist said, well, with any lost or stolen medication, you have to file a police report first and then send us the police report. And then it's up to the provider to decide whether or not she's going to refill your prescription. And I was in shock because I really did not know that I had to go through all that. Nor did I want to go through the trouble of going down to the police station to file a report on a lost medication. So I just thought, okay, well, I'm not going to do that. Um, I guess I'm just going to have to wait a couple more weeks till I meet with her again to let her know what was going on, and hopefully by then she'll, I don't know, be understanding, and maybe she'll think, well, you should have ran out of the pills by now anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and send over a prescription. I don't know. There were a bunch of thoughts going through my mind of like possible scenarios of what would happen when I actually met with my provider again. Needless to say, I was frustrated and disappointed that I had lost my medication, and I was beating myself up over it. And then I head to the kitchen. So like the kitchen table, right? That's in the kitchen. I was just sitting there. And that's when I remembered that after I picked up the pills, I went straight to the kitchen to have breakfast and then have my pill. And lo and behold, the bottle was right there on the kitchen table. Um, and yeah, so I found it, and I skipped yesterday's dosage because it was already late at night by the time I found it. And I typically take it in the morning because that's when my provider said I should take it. And I take it like with breakfast or right after breakfast. So anyway, I skipped the dosage yesterday, and then I took it again this morning with breakfast. So hopefully I won't lose my medication again. But knowing me, I mean, I don't know. All kinds of things could happen, I guess. Um, as for side effects, I have noticed that I feel kind of slightly nauseous 15 to 20 minutes after taking the pill, but it does subside and it goes away eventually, so it's not too bad. And also, I have noticed that I get hungry in the morning, right before taking my 60 milligrams of Strattera. So I have my breakfast, I take my pill, and then I just don't get hungry again for the rest of the day. So for the past couple of days that I've been taking it, I haven't been eating much except the full meal that I have for breakfast, and then maybe I'll have a snack or two during the day, if that. But sometimes I'm just not craving anything. I'm not particularly hungry, so I don't force myself to eat. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't want to starve myself. I do need to lose weight, and I want to go back to, my normal weight and lose all that medication weight that I gained while I was on Zoloft. But I don't know if this is the best way to do it. I mean, um I've been looking into intermittent fasting, and I have heard of people who do the 1 meal a day plan where they literally just eat one meal and then they're okay for the rest of the day. But I wonder how healthy that really is. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's very sustainable. But like I said, in my case, it's not like I'm purposely starving myself. I just don't get hungry for the rest of the day. So I don't know. I don't know if that's just temporary or if that's the way that it's going to be for as long as I'm taking the medication. I have not yet felt any significant improvement in my ADHD or anxiety symptoms, and my whole incident with the bottle of pills getting lost should be an indicator that my ADHD symptoms are still very much present and they still very much affect me in my everyday life. So I'm just hoping that I'm able to stick with the Strattera, and that by the time that I have to go back to school full time again in September, um, so in like 2.5 months, that the full effects of the Strattera will have kicked in, and I hope that I'm able to focus in class and not be as distracted and forgetful and unorganized as I typically am. For those of you who don't know, I was just recently diagnosed with ADHD about 2 months ago, so I just started trying to treat it. And prior to this, I was focusing on treating my anxiety and depression, which is something that I have suffered from on and on throughout my life. And so I'm documenting my mental health journey on here. And I've tried like 3 different other medications before Strattera, and I have videos documenting every single one of those week by week if you want to go back and check those out. Anyway, I better continue studying for my citizenship and naturalization test. So I guess I will be back after I've taken Strattera for a week, and I'll let you guys know how it's going.